Welcome to the Vitality Lifesteal SMP server. Right off the bat, I immediately make friends with somebody called Guac, and he gears me up fully and gives me cords to a location for a potential base, so it's time to go exploring and see if that base is good. Before I hit the ocean, I decided to quickly grab some wood and get a little more resources before the potential long journey in the ocean. That is until I found a village on the way, which had plenty of loot in it. So after fully looting this village and making sure that I raided everything, I headed off to the cords. After a long journey, I finally found the village I was given cords to, and after exploring it and raiding it, I decided that it is a good enough location for a base. And so shortly after finishing raiding it, I decided to head down in the farmland as a secret location and start making the base. After making the final touches to the base for the night, I logged off, completely unprepared for what I was going to find out in the morning. After making that base, I logged off, waiting for my friends to get on later, and they still haven't gotten on, but I logged back on to all of this on the ground. So like these chests were destroyed, and everything was on the ground. My villagers are gone. This is gone. The diamonds weren't taken, but this is destroyed. And went up to the surface, which is currently covered up. But I went up to the surface and there's just a big hole straight down to our base over this way. So I don't know how somebody found our base, but I'm currently waiting for my friends to get online to decide what to do. And decide whether we rebuild here or we rebuild somewhere else. Because I'm tempted to just rebuild here and hope that the same person doesn't come back and just tells their buddies that this place is clear. But you never know. So we'll see what we do later. After a little bit, it was determined that my friends would get on for a little bit longer, so I decided to collect a bunch of resources and head to the Nether. Right off the bat, there was already another fortress next to my portal, so I decided to head straight in and see what I can find. Now this was my first big mistake on the server because I completely forgot it was Lifesteal SMP and kept going back to get my stuff. And I just kept dying over and over and over. And This was my second big mistake because I was losing hearts, but in the end I luckily got a bunch of them back and only ended up losing 1 or 2. After that whole mess was dealt with, I decided to enchant all of my gear with basic enchantments because I know that there was an end war approaching soon, and even though I wasn't going to win, I thought basic enchantments would still at least be a little bit helpful, so maybe I can help my team take down 1 or 2 people. But since my crops were destroyed, I was unable to get any books for bookcases, so my enchantments were very unlucky and very low level. After I was done enchanting, I destroyed my enchanting table so that hopefully my base wouldn't be found for a second time, and then decided to log off for the night. Or so I thought, because as soon as I logged off, I then decided to log back on and travel to the stronghold, which, foreshadowing, I didn't actually need to travel to, but I did, and I also forgot to record it, which is why this section is black. And then I truly logged off for the night. But once again, that's just what I thought, because then I logged right back on because one of my friends finally logged on and wanted to gear up. After using a server feature to teleport my friend to me, I was able to give him as much stuff to make gear that I had, and then I went to mine more diamonds so that he could gear up even more. And I even went to build a nether portal so that we could go back to our base through the nether, if I could remember where it was. After I had a general direction of where the base was, we started on our way, and I decided to try to build across the wall while jumping and moving, and just look how bad this is. Now that's just straight embarrassing, and what's even more embarrassing after that is I attempted to speed bridge, and if I can't do wall clutching, then you know I can't speed bridge, and that's when things went wrong. Well, that was dumb of me, and if you look closely, you notice how there is no grave where I died? Well, that's because it had burned, and I didn't know that. So I spent the next 45 minutes trying to get my stuff back. I ended up dying twice, and the reason why it took so long is because my friend logged off, and I ended up getting stuck at my old base, which made me stuck in a netherrack tunnel with no pickaxe or anything. Completely lost, and that's when another player took pity on me and teleported me to their base to try to help me. And don't get me wrong, this was very nice and very helpful, but I am just stupid because I ended up dying not 1 more time, not 2 more times, I died 3 more times. And because, like I pointed out earlier, the graves burn in lava, which means so do the hearts. So this was all completely pointless because my stuff was completely gone, and I just didn't realize it. So after realizing that I was stuck on 3 hearts, and I couldn't get any of them back unless I killed other people, which is highly unlikely, my newfound friend decided to help me gear up as much as I could for the end war tomorrow. But before the war, my friend left me at his base to grind for the rest of the night. So I spent about an hour or 2 grinding out a bunch of melons so that I could trade for carrots, and it went well. And I was even given a name of somebody that if they logged on, they were able to be trusted and they would gear me up even more. So I waited for that person, and once they logged on and a bunch of their friends logged on, I thought I was in the clear until one of their friends decided to kill me. Luckily, they didn't know that we were friends, and so they gave me my hearts back. So after I got my heart back, I continued to explore a trial chamber with them until they backstabbed me a second time, and this time it was purposeful. well that I was about to die, I decided to be the better person and withdraw my heart. Like I said, I'm very stupid, but maybe this also shows that I'm very trustworthy. And as soon as I removed the heart, I was immediately attacked by the enemy. And you can even see me struggle in an attempt to re-equip the heart, and I just pressed the wrong button. So now let me just play the footage of exactly what happened when I died. Now, if you're not familiar with Lifesteal, this means that I was just death banned and I am officially out of the server.